Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and today we're talking sales and bullies.
Mountain Man, Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Montana. That means that I've got a day job. I work at a radio station, and then when I get done there, I go to the Goodwill. I go to the local thrift. On the weekends, I go to garage sales when they're happening. We're going to get snow again this week, so it's not garage sale season yet here in Montana. But I go to them when I can. I'm looking forward to them. And I pick up stuff there, and then I sell it again online for profit. And we've been using that to pay down medical bills and student loans and stuff like that. It's a fantastic way to make a little bit of extra money. And this channel is all about teaching you how to do that and how to do that better. And so what we're going to do is look at the sales that I made mostly through the weekend. It bleeds a little bit into, I guess, Friday, maybe Thursday, Friday through the weekend. And like has been the case, it's been a little bit slow, but we've got some really nice sales. And that sort of helps balance out when there's not a lot of sales or when the things that sell are like $8 free shipping, right? There are, and I have some of that in my store. I know some people don't. I do. I've got some in my store. But we also made some really nice sales. So all in all, the weekend turned out pretty good, but I also want to talk about one sale that I didn't make because, well, they were trying to bully me, and that's what we're going to talk about. But first, I do want to talk about what sold. So let's jump in. Let's look at it. The first thing, remember on one of the previous videos, I talked about having 7 unpaid items last week. One of them paid. One of the 7 came through and paid. It was the one I told you about. It said, hey, I actually got a new phone. I'm going to reload the stuff and I'll take care of it. And they did. Fantastic. And then they came back and left me great feedback. So those buyers, I love them. You know, when you send them word and say, hey, I'm just waiting for your payment and I'll ship this off. And they actually get back with you and say, hey, okay, I'll get it out to you. Yeah, it works out well that way, right? But 1 out of 7, not very good odds. But Lando sold for $13.99 plus shipping. Then we sold this Pound Puppies ruler, this vintage Pound Puppies ruler. It's been sitting around for a while. Cool piece. It has to wait for the right person. It's not particularly valuable, but I like selling some of this stuff. So $9.50 free shipping. And then we sold this movie program, this vintage Grease 2 souvenir program, $9.98 plus shipping. And then a viewer of the channel, a fantastic friend of the channel, Miss Jane, came in and bought a trio of PVC figures. She's got Barney now. She also has the Count from Sesame Street, and she picked up Chuck E. Cheese. I'm a sucker for Chuck E. Cheese stuff. And so she bought all 3 of those for $20.85 plus shipping. And that shipping was too much, so I didn't realize until I got ready to pull this together that you had paid shipping on a couple of those, Jane. So I refunded you half of that shipping charge. So thank you so much for coming in and making those purchases. Really cool of you to do that. You don't have to do that, and I so appreciate you. You can sell accessories. This is a vintage Hasbro belt for the WWE, WWF wrestling figs, and I had it listed about $35. There was some wear to it, so I was just going to see, what came in, and we got a good offer, $30 plus shipping. Took that. Then he's not back there anymore. I mean, I guess I got a stack of boxes that have been piling up, but Skeletor it's not back there anymore. He sold. I'm going to miss him on the table. Skeletor and Panther sold on an offer that I sent out for $104.99 plus shipping. Really nice sale there. Then we sold this Return of the Jedi pin, button, whatever you call them. This is Max Rebo. $8.54 free shipping. That an offer that I sent out just, again, I told you when things are slow, send out and accept offers. Though accepting offers doesn't mean accept all offers. That's that bully. We're going to talk about that. Keep it right here. That's coming up. We sold this. This is Gripper, the enemy of Rambo. Very cool piece. $75 plus shipping on this one. That an offer that I accepted that came in. I had him up at, I think about $85, but the packaging was really rough. And so that was certainly a fair offer. And I took that, and it was a nice sale. Then we sold this University of Montana t-shirt. I don't pick up a lot of UM stuff, but this is the old school graphic and the old school colors for this shirt. And it had the double collar, like that cool 90s look. And I just thought, you know what? I've got to pick this one up. It's got the right look. So I picked it up from Goodwill for $1.99, and it sold in a matter of days, actually, to somebody in Minnesota. They're not even here in Montana, for $29.81 plus shipping. Really nice, really quick sale. And then this backpack, check this out. This was sitting in my death pile. I forgot that I had it, and then saw it the other day and went, oh yeah, that's a good brand. Let's flip this thing. And again, it lasted a couple of days, $29.50 plus shipping. And then Harley's a great one. This is a medium, so not a great size, but a cool graphic. And I priced it to move, this long sleeve tee. And this one went for $19.76 plus shipping. And then we sold this guy. It was a little like water toy, not super high dollar, but again, just cool stuff that I like selling. This Zuka Force sold for $9.98 plus shipping. Then we sold a pair of shoesies. These are shoes for your fingers. I don't remember these things, but they're slowly selling. $8.55 plus shipping, plus $8.49 on a pair of shoesies, both going to the same buyer, both on offers that I sent out, incidentally. Then we sold Kid Icarus for the old school Nintendo. This one, $34.83 plus shipping. Then another viewer, another friend of the channel and of the store, Lori, came in and bought Miss Piggy and Kermit. This $4.99 plus shipping for these figures. Sold another little figure, not very valuable, but cool. I got them like in a toy bag. When you get those, you just list them all, and the quantity is what makes you your money on those. And these are super easy, obviously, to list and to store and to ship. So this Donkey Kong figure, $5.79 plus shipping. Another viewer came in, and I sent out an offer of $7.49 on this Ford camo hat. And Karen, Miss Northern Picker, picked this one up. So go check out Miss Northern Picker on eBay. Karen, thank you so much for making that purchase. Then I sold a tie. This is a Beanie Baby. This is a Derby horse, sold for $7.50 free shipping. They actually, this weird back and forth, they started at $2 free shipping on this. I wrote them back and said, it's going to cost at least twice that just to ship it and to cover the shipping charge. So they sent back an offer of $4. I was like, no, you're not understanding. So I sent an offer of $8. And I'm like, look, I'll come down to $8. And then they came back at, I think, $5. And so I said $7.50. They came back at like $5. I said $7.50. They said $5. I said $7.50. Like, that's the lowest I can go and actually make $1 or $2. And finally, they actually accepted. So that was a weird one where I didn't envision that being a sale. $2 free shipping.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
But eventually it did turn into a sale. We made a couple bucks off of that. Then Jimmy Superfly sold for $18.99 plus shipping. That an offer that I sent out. The offers were working this weekend. Then we sold this Joypad vibrator for the N64, $9.98. Free shipping on that one. Then the Wacky Wobblers Kiss. Gene Simmons Kiss, that stuff sells. I picked this up off a Whatnot auction for $20, and it sold for $59.96 plus shipping. And then just before I hit the button, another thing like that backpack that had been sitting in here, not listed. I'm looking around going, what do I need to list before garage sale season comes back around again? This salt gun for flies, they sell very, very well. And so I picked this up for, I think it was $10 at a garage sale. And it sold in about 2 days, I think. $49.91 free shipping. So not a huge seller, but like I said, they sell very, very well. If you find them, pick them up, you can make a few bucks. And so that is what we've sold to this point on the weekend. And now remember, today, as you're watching this, if you're watching this day of, it is Monday, it is a federal holiday, so no mail, so you get an extra day to pack up all this stuff. Now, we actually sold the Top Gun mug. We did a little how-to video, and Michael, a picker friend from just one town over, saw this and said, hey, I'm an aviator, I'm a picker, I love Top Gun, I love your channel. There was a lot of boxes checked. He said we would love to purchase that mug. And so, yeah, I got that packed up for him, $15 plus shipping. Michael, thanks so much, man. I sure appreciate your support of the channel, and it was cool to be able to send that not only to another picker, but another picker in Montana, and like I said, just down the road. So that actually got to him. Sent that off on Friday, I think, and it got to him on Saturday. So that got there really, really quickly. So that one more that we should tack on there as well. So what about the bully? Here's what happened. This came at me today, actually, this morning. And I could have played out the string a little bit. I just killed it off quickly because I could see where it was going to go. But I thought, you know what? It's something worth talking about on the video. So I've got this. You might have seen it sitting behind me. Halloween. This is media home entertainment right there. That's the one you want to look for. This is a really collectible version of Halloween. Now, it's not in great shape, right? It's a little bit rough on the outside here, okay? It's not perfect by any means, but still highly collectible. I've got this listed for right around 50 bucks right now. I got an offer this morning for 10.
Oh, come on!
10 bucks on a $50 item. Now, even if you see an item and you think that's way overpriced, it takes a special kind of person to send that offer, right, of $10. And typically, and I've talked about it, sometimes people say, well, I don't have offers enabled because I just don't want to deal with all the back and forth. It takes no time to just hit decline. You don't have to counter on everything, okay? You just don't. So very often, if it's an offer that I just think is too low and is not worth my time, if it's not at least 50% of my listed price, typically, I just straight hit decline. This one was so sort of obnoxious, and I guess I was in the mood, that I not only said decline, but you can attach the message to it. I just wrote, seriously? Question mark, right? Like one word. They wrote me back, actually. Look, I screenshotted the message. They wrote me back with an $11 offer just so that they could write me a message and essentially tell me that nobody is going to pay that much other than somebody that really wants this item.
Well, duh.
What? Essentially, they said, hey, somebody that's a collector and wants it, they'll pay that much, but it's not worth that to somebody that's not a collector. Okay, that's who I'm selling to. Weird. So I just hit decline. You know, thanks for playing. Decline. Then they came back very clearly just to be obnoxious, sent me an offer of $11.25. I had another one of those actually this weekend that I countered back with the price, and they came back 25 cents higher than their original offer. 25 cents. Straight decline, right? Like, give me a break. You know what they're doing at that point. They're just being obnoxious. And so this guy sent me back an offer of $11.25. Again, on this, that's listed for 50 bucks. Now, I do have it listed a little high based on condition, right? You saw the condition. It's a little bit rough. But I did a quick search before I started, and the cheapest available right now, at least at the very quick search for Halloween, VHS, media, right? Because that's what you want to look for. $34 plus shipping. There's actually one listed for $38 is the next up, and it's the cassette tape only. It doesn't even have, rough or not, it doesn't even have the slip cover. Now, there are some sales for cheaper than that. People put them on auction. This is not one to put at auction because while it's collectible, it's not necessarily rare. You can find, there's a fair number. There's several dozen of them available. So there are sales that are in the $10 range, but that's for people that screwed up and either underpriced it or put it at auction, right? The people that have it at buy it now that know what they have, and that's the key. You got to know what you have. 50 is not that far out of the ballpark. Now, I would take, if somebody sent me an offer of, 40, 42, 44, that's certainly worth considering, right? Like that's a legitimate offer. But for them to send an offer and then say, well, but this is only worth that much to somebody that can't find it anywhere else and it's valuable to. I know. That's who I'm waiting to find this, right? Like, yeah. Past that, I thought, you know what? And usually I don't, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a look. So I clicked on this person's profile. They don't have a ton of reviews back and forth. They actually have like 95% because they don't have a ton of sales history. And they have one negative where the person said, hey, they sold this to me and then canceled the order saying that the tapes are worth way more than that. And apparently it took 2 weeks for them to get their money back. So they ran an auction and it didn't go as planned. And then they actually canceled that order rather than sticking to their word and selling it at that price.
That's pretty low, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I would beat you.
So that shows you what kind of person they are straight off. But past that, what do they sell? They have 46 things, I think, something like that available. And I think it was 45 of them are old VHS tapes. A lot of them slasher, the rare, obscure stuff like that. And the only one that wasn't was like DVDs. So they sell movies. They know, well, at least they think they know movies.
Very interesting.
So what are they trying to do? They're trying to get this for cheap so that they can turn around and sell it on their account. They're trying a little bit of eBay arbitrage, but they're also being kind of dirty about it, trying to say, well, this isn't worth that much. It's just not. They're trying to bully you into a price. And that's what often happens on eBay. It happens more often than what people realize. Is someone will send an offer, you'll decline, or you'll counter at a higher price, and they'll say, this is really not worth that much. What I'm offering you is a fair deal. This is all that it's worth. Why do they do that? Because sometimes it works, right? It's the same concept as the scammers that call and have ridiculous sounding scams, and you listen to it going, come on, man, you know that's not real. Sure, it only has to fool one person, maybe two. That's what these folks are doing, and they're trying to bully you into selling something. They're trying to make you doubt yourself and doubt your research. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your research. There's one of these that sold for $25 with the name Crystal, like written all the way across the front. And it was also written on the tape inside. It was written on, and it sold for $25. Don't tell me that this is not worth more than $11.25. So what did I do? When that guy sent me that third, I guess, offer of $11.25, well, it's still pending. Rather than hit decline and let them send me back another offer. Now, yes, I know you can go in and actually block bidders on Seller Hub on the desktop. And I'll probably go in and do that. But right now, I'm just letting that offer sit, because while it sits, he can't do anything else. So I'm going to let his offer sit until the clock runs out on it, rather than decline it for him. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to let that offer sit there and ignore it. So that was my solution to my bully. That's what I've got for you today, guys. Some high dollar sales, some low dollar sales, and one cheap bully. That's about what we got right now. So I appreciate it. We've got a storage unit video coming later this week. That'll be fun. I'll let you know what's going on with that here in a little bit. Actually, I haven't even gone through the stuff that we brought home yet, but I think we've got some cool stuff to show you there. It'll be a fun video to go through, and we got more what solds. And some people said, hey, I really liked that how-to thing, the reseller 101 how-to when we did the cleaning of the mug. So if you've got a question on, hey, how do you fill in the blank, all right? Let me know. Maybe we can do a video on that. Until then, we'll see you guys. Bye.